Phil Spencer officially welcomes Bethesda to Team Xbox, and social media explodes over the word some. We have a lot here to talk about, so let's get into it. What is going on, everybody? It's Randall419, the man with the million, back again with another video. I hope you're having a great day, and if you guys can do me a huge favor, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and please hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you for checking out the video. I really appreciate it. The theme of this week, if you haven't been paying attention, is all about Bethesda. Yesterday, we got the confirmation that the European Union and the United States had both confirmed Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda, and they approved it. We even got some information from Jeff Grubb saying that there's going to be a video presentation on March 11th where Phil Spencer and others from Bethesda will talk about what it means to be acquired and what their future plans are, and games will be announced for Game Pass that day. But the big thing everybody was really looking forward to was more clarification on the exclusivity of future Bethesda titles. Yes, we know that Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo will be coming out on PlayStation, a one-year timed exclusive before they head to the Xbox platforms in 2022. But what about Elder Scrolls 6, the next Fallout, Starfield, the next Doom? Where would I be able to play those games? Would they be exclusively in the Xbox platform, or would they also come to PlayStation? That's what a lot of people wanted to find out, Xbox fans and PlayStation fans, because those Bethesda franchises and IP are loved by a lot of people across many different platforms. So would Xbox come out with a concise, crystal clear, laser focused messaging surrounding the exclusivity of these Bethesda titles, or would they keep it vague, case by case basis, with us not really finding out anything new until perhaps E3? Well, I think you already know what path Xbox decided to walk here, considering social media has been ablaze with the definition of the word some. Alright, so it's time to dive into this Phil Spencer blog post on Xbox Newswire, where he officially welcomed Bethesda to Team Xbox, and I'm certainly going to have a lot to say about it, but I kind of wanted to highlight the subheading of this entire article, where it says, publisher of iconic gaming franchises will expand Xbox's diverse portfolio on Xbox Game Pass. They did this deal because of Xbox Game Pass. They know that they need content to fuel Xbox Game Pass, and Bethesda certainly does have a lot of iconic gaming franchises. Remember, it's all about Xbox Game Pass for Microsoft and Xbox moving forward, so it's no surprise that the subheading of the entire Welcome to Xbox Bethesda is strictly about Xbox Game Pass. Keep that in mind. Phil begins by saying that this is an exciting day for Xbox. Today, we officially complete the acquisition of ZeniMax Media, parent company of Bethesda Softworks. It's an honor to welcome the 8 incredibly talented development studios: Bethesda Game Studios, id Software, ZeniMax Online Studios, Arcane, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, Alpha Dog, and Roundhouse Studios, and their passionate global communities to the Xbox family. Now that everything is official, we can begin working together to deliver more great games to everyone. At every step building toward this moment, I've been inspired and motivated by the creativity, insight, and community-first approach of the talented people at Bethesda. Our goal is to give these teams the best foundation for doing their greatest work and to learn from them as we continue to build Xbox into an inclusive platform for all players. And this next paragraph is where all the fun starts. This next paragraph is what set social media ablaze and had people debating and discussing on the definition of what a single word meant, and had people creating memes about it. That's right, once again, Xbox is so great with their messaging that a meme was born. So Phil says that this is the next step in building an industry-leading first-party studios team, a commitment we have to our Xbox community. Now, Phil pretty much said those exact words back during E3 2018 when they acquired those 5 studios: Compulsion, Playground, Undead Labs, Ninja Theory, and one I'm forgetting off the top of my head. But Phil said that they had a commitment to building an industry-leading first-party studios team. And even back then, I was doubtful if they could achieve that. But with this Bethesda acquisition, adding those 8 teams that we previously mentioned, building Xbox Game Studios to basically 23 development studios and 35 or 36 different teams, all making content that will be in Game Pass day one, Phil kept his promise on building an industry-leading first-party studios team. The only questions that you really have left to answer are, will the games be quality? Will the memes of Xbox making 60 Metacritic games completely go away? And how many of these Bethesda games will be exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem? Now, this next sentence is what set everything off today. Phil says, with the addition of the Bethesda creative teams, gamers should know that Xbox consoles, PC, and Game Pass will be the best place to experience new Bethesda games, including some new titles in the future that will be exclusive to Xbox and PC players. And that word "some" has been hotly debated across social media, made into a meme. What does it mean? Does it mean just a couple games will be exclusive to Xbox? Does it mean that a lot of games will be exclusive? People have been running with it, and I'm gonna kind of talk about what I think all this means. But first, I just want to point out the ridiculousness of this whole scenario. We're discussing the word "some" and what it potentially could mean, and why didn't Phil use the word "most" or "all"? And of course he couldn't use the word "all" because he doesn't want to box himself into a corner if ZeniMax Online Studios makes an MMO that comes out on PlayStation, and then people give him crap because, Phil, you said all the games were exclusive, so obviously he can't use that terminology. And "some" could mean most. The idea that I'm sitting here talking about the word "some" and seeing it being used as a meme is so dumb and stupid, but here we are, because Xbox PR and messaging can be a little vague and obtuse at times. Just read this sentence again with me one more time. With the addition of the Bethesda creative teams, gamers should know that Xbox consoles, PC, and Game Pass will be the best place to experience new Bethesda games, including some new titles in the future that will be exclusive to Xbox and PC players. So you see that word "some" and you think it might be a small amount, but you don't really know. In fact, it could actually be a great amount, but you don't really know. But then if you go up to the line before where it says Xbox consoles, PC, and Game Pass will be the best place to experience new Bethesda games, the idea of a best place means there has to be a worse place. And they're saying Xbox, PC, and Game Pass will be the best place, implying that a lot of these games, or some of these games, there's that word "some" again, will be on other platforms. And nobody knows if it's a small amount of exclusives or a large amount of exclusive. And this is why crystal clear, laser focused messaging in PR is so important, because everybody online is going to have different interpretations of what Phil is talking about here. Even myself, I have my own interpretation of this. Like I've said in many videos, I expect the vast majority of Bethesda games to be exclusive to Xbox ecosystem. And even with Phil talking about some new titles will be exclusive in the future and the best place to experience new Bethesda games, I'm still sticking to that. I believe Starfield will be exclusive, the next Elder Scrolls, the next Doom. I understand there might be current games in development that are unannounced that basically will come to other platforms because of contracts in place. I understand that's why Phil couldn't use the word "all." But make no mistake about it, this is just going to add more fuel to the speculation fires. Everybody's going to have their own take on what this all means until we get better clarification. Now, we might find out more about this on Thursday when Jeff Grubb says there's going to be a video presentation, but I doubt we will get more information then. I think that's one of the reasons why Phil posted this article today. I personally think E3 is a time when they actually will clarify everything. When they show off Starfield for the first time and Wolfenstein 3 and Arcane's next game, those trailers will say either exclusive to Xbox or coming to PlayStation 5, because they're going to have a separate event from Xbox Game Studios because they haven't been able to work together as one unit. Bethesda's been planning their E3 event for a while, so it makes sense to have those two events. So I don't think we'll get clarification anytime soon unless Phil Spencer does some interview rounds and someone from Kotaku or Polygon or one of the big gaming websites asks him directly, and then he responds and basically says, listen, this is the plan. I think they're going to wait until E3 so they can have that big moment of, you see this amazing Starfield trailer? It looks so cool. And at the end it says, only on Xbox, PC, and Game Pass. That is what I think they're going to do. Now, we're not even done with the article. I told you guys I had a lot to say about that single paragraph. Phil goes on and says, as we shared previously, it's vitally important that Bethesda continues making games the way it always has. We look forward to empowering Bethesda's creative teams to reach even more players around the world, helping make future Bethesda titles the biggest and most popular games in their history. Xbox and Bethesda have long shared a common vision for the future of gaming. Both as fans and creators, Bethesda understands the potential of Xbox Game Pass. Thank you to all our players for joining us on this incredible journey and to the millions of Bethesda fans around the world. Now that we're one team, we can start working together on the future ahead. We will have more to share about what's next for our teams later this year. In the meantime, to properly celebrate this special moment, we are bringing additional Bethesda games into Xbox Game Pass later this week. Stay tuned for more details. I mean, this is basically just Phil reiterating that Bethesda's going to be Bethesda. They're going to make the games that they always made, and joining Xbox and Microsoft and being acquired isn't going to change who they are. And Phil's really excited to work with Bethesda and plan the future ahead because now they are a single team. Even though this acquisition was talked about all the way back in September when it was announced, they haven't been able to work together as a singular unit until yesterday because it would have been illegal. So it's going to be very interesting to see what comes out from Bethesda Studios in the next few years. I'm really excited about the potential Bethesda brings to Xbox overall. And obviously, we're going to have some Xbox Game Pass announcements later this week, probably on Thursday. All the titles that can come to Xbox Game Pass from Bethesda that aren't on there right now, which there are quite a bit, will be added, basically making Game Pass an even better service. But let me know what you guys think about this whole article and the word some and the memes it's created. What games do you think will be exclusive? What games do you think will come to PlayStation? I'm really interested in seeing what everybody's interpretation of Phil's comments here are. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified right away whenever I drop a video like this. Please share this video out on social media like Twitter or tell a friend about the channel. And if you want to take your support even further, you can always hit that join button where you will get access to channel badges and emotes for the Xbox 2 podcast we do every single week with Jez Corden from Windows Central. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch the video. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.